All right. Hey guys. Woo! Hello, we are back at ya. We are live, coming to you live from the shop tonight. I am working on a file cabinet that a client actually shipped to me. She bought it new and had it delivered here and wanted it done in a mini Mickey Mouse design. So I just finished over on Dixie Belle Paints page. I am there 7 o'clock every Wednesday night, and then I come on here about 7:45. So please say hello if y'all were over there and y'all want to watch me continue working. We talked a lot about design. We talked about how easy it was to make my Mickey and Minnie patterns that I hand drew half and then undid it and made exact copies of the ears. This is my Minnie, and I taped them in place and did my stencil and rolled my paint over it and then removed them, so I have the negative image here, and I'll actually be hand painting their little ears and her red glittery sparkly bow in place, and I've put one coat of paint on. So if you were not there and you're interested in painting something metal of any sort, let's think about outside projects right now, like pots that you have outside, or maybe your mailbox, or even your front door. If you have a metal front door, everything that we've done here tonight stands. Not that you need a Minnie or Mickey door, but the same process. Inside, I talk about someone tonight was asking if she could do it on her microwave or a metal, shop refrigerator, or your mixer, gumball machines, tea sets, all of those metal things. I am able to do that because I use Slick Stick. So, Slick Stick, everyone needs Slick Stick. So this is what I say. What?
Hi, Zadie.
Zadie's on?
Zadie's on.
Baby. Hi, baby. Look how cute. So cute so far, right? I just got started. Super cute. My daughter is on Instagram. I'm on Facebook and Instagram right now, and she's with a friend at the lake. Love you. Anyway, Slick Stick, this is what I say. If you don't own any, just get some. Just order it. My link is on the video. Order your Slick Stick. Maybe you've never done a project before, but I'm going to tell you that if you have it on hand and then you get like this on a whim, man, my mailbox is looking like crap, I want to paint it. You already have it, and you don't have to wait to get it. You don't have to shop around and figure out where you're gonna get it. You've already ordered it, you've got it on hand. It is so versatile and allows me to complete so many projects, and I am constantly posting and hoping to inspire you to do them. And this, if you have this on hand, it's a lifesaver. So if you're gonna use Slick Stick, let's say you have a metal door and you wanna use Slick Stick, you need to put on one coat and let it dry overnight, and then you put on a second coat the next day and let that dry for a few hours, and then you're ready to paint. So I put one coat of Slick Stick on last night, let it dry overnight. This morning I put a second coat on, and then I coated the whole thing in cotton, Dixie Belle paint in cotton, which is their truest white that they have. And then we used, and we're gonna use this right now again, we used their Houndstooth Stencil, which you can also get with my link if you don't have the Houndstooth yet. It's pretty prissy. It's prissy, it's adorable, it can be handsome if you need it to be, but I love it. I think it's super stylish. And if you go to Dixie Belle, if you follow my link over, look for the bells and whistles tab, and you will click the bells and whistles tab. And this will be under there, and it's the Houndstooth Stencil. So super easy to use. We did it live, and we're gonna turn it around and do the other side with you guys. So let's do that now. Baby, will you help me get set up, because I need to turn this. We're gonna do the sides.
Okay.
We're gonna do the sides.
Do you remember a game called Space Invaders from the 80s? Video game? It's like one of the originals.
You know what, actually, babe, we don't have to, can we just turn the file cabinet? Or it'll fall through there.
Too narrow.
Okay.
Well,
Alright.
yeah, I can do it on that other side.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Let him do this for me. It's a little wet still, probably where the red is.
Oops.
Oh my gosh. Are you trying to ruin my customer's file cabinet? What on earth?
Sorry.
That was like well, let's just take it up to the second story and drop it.
Just toss it over.
That was so like something out of a Seinfeld episode. It didn't look like you dropped it. It looked like you went boom. Okay, so we're gonna do this again. Don't get too comfortable, Matt, because I need you. I need you. I need you. Where is the black paint? So I'm using a roller. Are we doing okay?
Yeah.
Using a roller, and just a random roller, nothing special. Matt picked me up a little roller tray before we went live tonight. And if I were not on live video, I would throw this down on the floor really hard. Not really. I would lay the file cabinet down gently on the floor. And I would lay this down on it. So if you order the stencil and you're stenciling anything possible that you can lay down, lay it down. Totally able to do it upright. I do it all the time. But it's easier if it's something you can lay down. So a dresser, lay it on its back. Just lay it on its back. If it's a bunch of drawers, take your drawers out and lay them down face up and lay the stencil over the top of them. It's a lot easier that way. Okay.
Pamela wants to know, she's painting an outdoor tabletop and she wants to know what she should seal it with.
Gator Hide.
She's in Florida.
Gator Hide. Gator Hide. I just did a huge testimony for Gator Hide over on Dixie Belle. Pamela, were you watching?
It's made just for people in Florida. That's why they call it Gator Hide.
Dixie Belle's they're from Florida.
Oh.
They're based out of Florida, hun.
All right.
Okay, so I have a friend. I'll tell you this real quick. I have a friend. She has owned a shop in Florida for a very long time, and it's on Fort Myers Beach, and in the parking lot, which is also part of the road and part of the walk, right on the ocean front. There is a parking lot, and in the cement they had, for some reason, like whoever built the parking lot, they had put these like decorative like 4x4 pavers. They'd kind of set them in randomly into this parking lot cement. And so Carla is her name, Carla Pine. Carla was a Dixie Belle retailer. She took some Dixie Belle paint colors and she painted those 4x4 squares. Those cement squares. She just painted them. It wasn't gaudy. It was just like a big parking lot with just like a random blue square and like a pink square and beachy colors. So she painted them and there was some words on them, I think, but she painted the square and then she coated them in a few coats of Gator Hide. And I think when I saw them for the first time, I think it had been 3 years. I'm like, did you just do these? And she's like, oh no, girl, those have been there forever. I'm like, have you freshened them up? She goes, no. Nope, they've been walked on, driven on. These cars drive all over them. People walk on them. The sun's beating them down here at the beach every day. The colors had not they had not faded, and the Gator Hide had not yellowed, and nothing was chipped, peeled, nothing. I'm like, that's amazing. I actually took pictures of them because I was so blown away by it, because I represent the company and I represent the product and I use it and I talk about it, but there's always like that negative chatter that goes on in your head, like, oh yeah, you just think it's good, but will it really stand the test of time? No, it really did. So I took pictures, but that was an old phone and I don't have those photos anymore. But anyway, that's that. So Gator Hide all the way. All right, babe, come on. Come on over. So he's doing this with me. I usually use a brush when I stencil, but this was really easy to do with the roller. So I'm gonna look, the tails, so the tail, okay, so I'm gonna start it about right here, babe, just like that. And over that way. Yep, I'm gonna push that back so it doesn't. Okay, we good?
We're good.
We're good. All right, got my roller here.
Did I shift it?
Babe, what? Yes.
Okay.
Y'all, during the Dixie Belle live video, he went and answered our doorbell. I can't see y'all's comments. He never came back. I had to tell him, I was like, yeah, let me look at this tape. And then I just left. I just left the camera.
I was trying not to be rude.
And went and got him. And I was like, babe, he was out there talking to our neighbor.
It was still pointing at your file cabinet. Nobody lost any of that beautiful beam footage.
I needed you. All right, here we go. Start. Do not move your finger. I'm gonna get paint on you. Just let me. It's like we're doing surgery or something. We get so quiet and so serious. So serious. So the thing, don't move. The thing about stencils and a roller is you're not going to get a perfect finish because they are spongy and you're going to have a little bit of pressure and you're going to put a little bit of paint underneath there. But like I said earlier on the other live, I'm not going for a perfect finish. I'm not using a silk screen stencil where I need my edges to be, exactly perfect. I've done plenty of videos with you guys where I've stenciled with a paintbrush. I prefer that because I feel like I have more control over the delivery of my paint. But I felt like for this one, this would just be faster and easier for you guys to see. Just gonna kind of even out my paint roll here. And voila.
Left or
Yeah,
down?
just like that. Look at that! It's so pretty.
Looks good.
It's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going. Let's keep going. Let's show you how to match it up. It's better if you like heat gun this or let it dry a little bit. But we're gonna keep going because we're on live video. All right, so let me do this part, babe, because I can see better. Right there, hold it. Hold. Let go. Let go. Hold. All right. Don't move. No, it's fine, because it matches down here. That's okay, because it's alone. I'm gonna have to keep going down here, so I'd rather it match better down here than up there. Does that make sense?
You're the pro.
I am the pro.
I'm just the laborer.
You're just the helper. All right. I'm gonna try not to push too much over on that side because I've already been there. I don't want to add any more paint underneath there. So serious. We're being so serious.
You get that going.
Don't move. Don't.
Okay.
Why? Why do you have to do that? You don't point with your finger when your finger's holding the thing. Ah.
Get in trouble on live TV.
Well, the worst was leaving and going and answering the doorbell and never coming back. Ah, it looks good. It looks so good. All right, good job, babe.
You're welcome.
I love you, but stay there. We're gonna keep going.
All right, let's do it.
All right, now let's just get as much coverage as we can. If we do that, though, if we do that, does that work? Oh, that should work. All right. Close enough. Right there.
Ready?
There and right there. Don't point. Don't tell me where I need to go.
I'm gonna scratch my nose.
No. Do you?
No.
All right. So I'm putting my hand on it too. I'm kind of stabilizing it from the bottom a little bit. Why is the thing moving?
Because you're pushing it.
Don't move. The cabinet's moving. I'm chasing the cabinet.
Getting more paint.
It's over here. I need another assistant. I need an assistant behind me. Well, there's so much paint it's dripping. We're so serious.
This one's taking you a long time.
It's because the cabinet's moving.
Your fingers are getting tired.
We're almost there. Ugh. And on stencils, you would have pulled straight off. Okay, we got a little boo-boo right there. Not sure what happened. I'm sure it was Matt's
Yeah,
fault.
it had to be my.
I'm sure it's totally your fault.
Can't help it. It's exhausting.
Oh my gosh, look what we did. We went into our, oh no. Will you give me some baby wipes? Okay, so let's take care of our boo-boo. No, I got that.
Where are they?
They're on the table over there.
What's going on the bottom?
Well, it's supposed to be red. It's gonna be red, and I really want it to be red. So let's see if baby wipes work, okay? Baby wipes are the magic of chalk paint. He's going to wash his hands, y'all. He can't stand to have paint on his hands. All right, so let's see. So even if we're blending, we're paint blending, even if it doesn't come completely off, I just want there to be no pattern. Like I don't want there to be a pattern, under my red. So I just want to at least get rid of the pattern. So this is working.
Ooh, that looks good.
Do what, babe?
So that looks good. So why didn't it pick up that little deal on the left?
What little deal? Oh, I don't
Bottom
know.
half of that.
We'll get it. We just lay it. We'll just lay it back over it and go over it. Okay, see how wonderful baby wipes are, you guys? But you don't want to rub too much because then you'll take your base coat off too. So there, I always say, what on earth have we been rubbing on our kids' butts all these years? That baby wipes take everything out. So this is going to be red paint down here. What, baby?
Donna says, Tracy, that's going to cost you a back rub.
Which part?
Karen says, so Tracy, if you don't have a babe or an assistant, or any assistant, would you use adhesive or tape to hold the stencil in?
I would lay the thing down. I would like, y'all
Let gravity do it.
Please do not be fooled and think that I have an assistant all the time. The man owns his own business and he does not work from home. So he is gone most of the time. He just gets to help if he's home.
This is my second job.
He gets to help if he's home. So yeah, I would just lay it down or tape it in place or hold it. I hold most of my own stencils. I really do. All right, so we boo-booed because I did not remember do you remember on Dixie Belle's page how I taped off the other and I said it doesn't matter if it's taped perfectly, it's just a reminder because I'm telling you, you get busy with these stencils and you're like, oh yeah, ooh, move it over, we gotta match it, and you're all paying attention to what you're matching and what you're doing, and then you take it off, you're like, oh crap, I wasn't supposed to stencil right there, I totally forgot. So it's good to put a reminder. So I am gonna put a reminder down here because we're about to finish off this piece right here, and I don't want to get back over in this area again. Any other questions? Those were good questions. Okay. Matt?
Those were some good questions.
Where were you just at?
I'm scrolling back to see if I missed anything.
You really need to know that you need to use this wipe on the tip of your nose because you have black on the tip of your nose.
Oh man.
Oh man. All right. Should I try this one alone so they can see that it can be done alone?
Yes, I think that would be a good
Now,
idea.
you do see that we had this little leakage. So if your paint were still wet, it would be good. And actually, it is still wet up there. And it's wet where it happened.
Deb says, you're so lucky to have such a handsome and willing assistant.
I know,
A lot of husbands would be running for the hills if
I
their
know.
wives asked them to help. Thank you, Deb.
I know, Deb. I know.
I do my best.
I know. Okay, so it is on the back side up here. So I'm just taking my baby wipe and wiping the back side off so that where it's wet. The chalk paint, the good thing about the chalk paint, y'all know this, it dries so quickly. So you usually don't have to worry about it. But
Sherry's on. She says, why don't you tape stencil down instead of having your leg model hold it for you?
my leg model.
Yeah, me.
You're the leg model?
I guess my legs.
Your pretty leg? He does have pretty legs. Much prettier legs than I do. He has pretty lady legs.
I missed work. I missed leg day.
I'm sure he loves that. Okay, here, I'm gonna hold this myself. Let me get some paint. Let me get my paint on the right side of my body. All right.
Yeah, Karen says rolling's the only way she can stencil, otherwise she has lots of bleeding.
Oh, really? I really, honestly, I prefer to do it with a brush. But that's on furniture because usually we're going over trim or around things, you know, but when it's super flat like this, yeah, roller's the way to go. No doubt. All right, here we go. I'm gonna line it up. I'm gonna line it up kind of heavy on this side so that it's more balanced since I'm holding it by myself.
Donna said you should have done my toenails while I was over there.
What?
I didn't think that I was showing my toenails. They were
Oh,
done.
they were checking out your toenails, babe.
Mm.
Your feet. He actually does, he has pretty feet. All right, it's not a perfect lineup, but
She's gonna ask for something.
it's pretty good. It's good enough. Are you whispering to me?
No.
Were you whispering to them? You were, weren't
I
you?
was talking to them.
Okay, here we go. So it's kind of loose and falling a little bit. I'm gonna put my hand up here.
Donald wants to know if I've ever painted anything.
Oh yes, you guys, have y'all not seen Matt's projects? He's painted a lot. He's done
I'm not just a pretty stencil holder, Donna.
he's done we've done blogs on our laundry room counters. He's done our kitchen cabinets several times because I like to change colors. He did my workshop countertop. He's done projects at home. He's done dressers. He's done those clay pots out by our pool. He did almost all of those. How many? What did I do? One? All the clay pots. The chimenea.
We need to redo that chimenea. It looks pretty bad.
He paints our entire house. How many times have you painted all the walls in our house?
Oh God.
Say it loud.
We've lost a few square feet because of all the coats of paint on our walls.
We don't have someone come in and paint our house. He paints every wall in our house over and over and over. He's a good painter. Okay, done. See my little tape? Reminder, right?
Pamela says she used Rust-Oleum spray paint on a metal tabletop. Looks terrible and all spotty. Have to start over. Will brushed on paint work better? I can
100%.
never get it on evenly.
No, spray painting with a rattle can is not for large smooth surfaces. Spray painting with a rattle can is for like hardware or spindly things or smaller projects. Anything that's got a flat surface, it's gonna be spotty and blotchy. It just is. I know if you have a professional spray gun sprayer, that's a different story, but even that takes some practice. Yes, brush painting will go on smoother. If it's a tabletop surface, baby, will you go get the blue sponge and the white sponge?
Yep, Sandy Green says hello.
Sandy, hi honey, are you still in New Braunfels? I haven't seen you online in a long time. I'm so glad to see you.
You wanted the blue sponge?
The blue and the white, there's a white one there too. So if you're doing a big flat surface, I just saw like a person over there, but there's no one over there. That's really weird.
It's my shadow.
That's weird. And you're worried about like brush strokes and things like that, you can use either one of these pads to paint. So this is a sponge. I use this one more. You would think it would suck up the paint, but actually if you get it wet first, wring it out really well, it will, if it's a tabletop, you just barely push it across. This will give you a nice even flat surface. And you do one thin coat, let it dry, wet your sponge, dip it in your paint. Just use a paper plate or one of these trays, dip it in, put it down and just run it across. Do a second thin coat and then just do it until you get the coat that you like. This is much better. And then do the same thing to apply your top coat. Same exact thing.
She says yes, ma'am. I guess she's still in New Braunfels.
She is.
Hi, Joanna.
So that's that. Yes, if you have any questions, like what you need or what you get, just let me know. And I put my link right there. This Dixie Belle paint is the way to go. No doubt. Okay, last thing I'm gonna do is the little kick marks over here on the side that we somehow left off. So let's see. I'm probably right in their way.
Yes, you are. So, hang on.
But were you so busy looking at comments that you didn't even notice?
I've been trying to keep up.
All right, they're not perfectly spaced out again, but I don't care. Why that one just really doesn't want to match up? Like, why?
Because you can't be on the, there you go.
All right, good enough. Good enough. You know, you just have to let go of your OCD, guys, because no one's going to be paying attention. Like, no one's going to look at this side and go, oh, those tick marks over there are different.
I would.
They're just not going to. Oh, I went over the pencil line again.
You missed the top two. Nope, don't move it.
I went over the pencil line. Top two? There's one there.
There you go.
All right. So, back to the baby bite. Voila. Okay, so now we've got our red paint still out and my roller's still wet. So let's just go ahead and roll that out a little bit. Where's my red jar? Here. My red paint, this is an older red jar. I probably need to open it, start a new one. I should probably take that off. Right, so pull the tape across, put it on. Look, I'm gonna put it right on this little carpet fez thing down here. Take some of that tack off. Run this right across my freshly painted houndstooth. Just don't press it too hard. It's not like I'm trying to burnish it. It's gonna have WoodUBend trim dividing up where the black and white and the red meet, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And I do want to make sure though that it's down. I just lightly touched that. You'll see that mark, the polka dots in the roller. That's because the tray has polka dot. It has 100 nipples, 100 nipples in it, and so you just have to roll over it several times, and that'll go away. Isn't that coverage amazing with this Honky Tonk Red? I mean, it is like a true Christmas Mickey Mouse red,
Yep.
for sure. All right. This is so sassy. I love it. Love it.
Yeah, that looks good.
Right? Right?
The
So
tape won't
cute.
peel the paint off.
Oh man, I forgot. Look.
Yeah. Black leg.
Oh my gosh. It will if it can. It can happen. But that's why it helps to, can the phone people see me talking?
No. You keep moving.
It can peel your paint off, but it helps to de-tack it first. So that's what I said. You know, I took the tape, and before I put it on there, I laid it down on this. This is like a carpet covered dolly, and then I pull it off. So what that does is it just fills it with a little bit of lint and stuff, and it's not as sticky. So it's called de-tacking it. Sometimes I just do it right on my pants. Sometimes I do it on my shirts, and then put it in place. But it gives you a nice, good, sharp line. So that's that. We are done. Babe, will you come spin it one more time? Like spin it towards the front?
Sure, you want me to do that?
Yeah. Can you do it without
Throwing it?
throwing it? Like you did.
You want the front facing?
This is, you can touch this. Yeah, it's dry. It's all dry. Only part that's wet's this part. There we go.
Oops.
That is that. So all I have left to do is, what time is it? Do you want me to keep going? How many people do we have on? Should we keep going? We can finish this part on the
It's
side.
8:30. There's 79 on Facebook
Should I keep going?
and 11 on Instagram.
All right, we'll keep going.
What are you gonna do?
Well, if you'll spin this for me, I'm gonna do the stencil on this side. And I'll pour some paint and we'll at least get that done. And then all I have left to do, I mean, while I've got him out here with me, I might as well do all these vertical sides, right? And then when I'm done, he'll go in and I can finish the top by myself because I'll just lay the stencil, the Houndstooth stencil across the top. So you can kind of see that where I need a second coat on this side because it's got, you know, you can see where my roller was. So I will throw a second coat on there, just a little bit. I'm just pouring a little bit more black paint into my tray here. And we will finish off the stencil on this side. So again, I need to not forget to put my tape. Even though it has red here to serve as a reminder not to stencil in that area, you just really don't have a lot of control with that roller. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape this off and do the same thing I did with the other. Lay it across, de-tack it, and I'll put it on this carpet thing down here. And put it right over my red tape. Oh, I didn't give quite enough. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, it's gonna have the Dixie belle, not the Dixie belle, it's gonna have the WoodUBend going through the middle of it. But this will help me not get black and white on there. Okay, baby, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Joanna says you remind her of her first year art teacher. She never thought she could draw or paint anything until she taught me how to break it down. So empowering.
Aw, thank you for saying that. That means a lot. That is so funny that you said that, because I say that often in both this and in my health and wellness, that you don't have to be an artist. You just have to know the process. Step by step, you can just break it down and everybody can do it. And I told exactly how I did these paper stencils that I did the ears. I explained that on Dixie Belle's page if y'all missed it. I'll share it onto my page so that you guys can watch that. So I'm not gonna worry about, we'll go this way. Okay, baby, I need you. I need ya. I'm gonna go up like that. Right there. Good?
Yep.
All right. I really like the stencil. Can you tell? Just move your finger to a spot where, oh gosh. The less that you go over the stencil with the roller, the less chance that you will have of bleed. So that's why I'm hesitating to spend too much time in any one area. Okay, pull straight towards me. Awesome, and then we'll just take it over and do this last little bit. And let's do it right here. Got it? Perfect. Something. We have a visitor. We have a friend. Okay, straight out. Awesome. Good enough. Good enough. And then we'll take this right here off, and looky there. It did not take our paint off. And we're good. So now all I have to do is stencil the top, and I'll be ready to start work on my Mickey and Minnie ears. So that's it. Any last second questions? Thoughts?
Furniture Duchess said she bought, that red looks awesome on camera. I bought some Honky Tonk Red and worried it was not going to be red enough. Kind of leaning towards orange.
Oh.
Pretty dang red.
It is red. Yeah. It's truly red. I mean, it is like Christmas stocking red for sure. Anyway, guys, well, I asked you if you had any last minute comments or questions, but Matt left the building because he had black paint on his fingers. He can't stand it. So if you're asking anything or saying anything right now, I cannot see it. But just know that I believe in you, and I know that you can do these projects, and if they look fun to you, you really should give it a try, because it's pretty empowering. It feels really good to create something and finish it. It feels really, really good. So did we miss anything, babe, while you went to wash your hands?
I am not sure. Please show us the finished product.
Oh, I will.
That's great.
I sure will.
Love it. Thank you too. Looks great. Very cute and fun. Love it.
Okay, good.
A lot of that.
All right. Well, thanks, you guys. We'll see y'all next Wednesday night. Dixie Belle, 7 o'clock. And then right here, usually 7:45 usually. So, yes, I always post the finished product. So I'll have this done, by next week. I'll have it done. And I'll be posting it on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks so much, you guys. I love you all. And we will see y'all next week. Y'all have a good night.
Bye, y'all. Have a good night.
Bye.